Hey there, what have we got, Dalton?
Variety hour? Like I was prepping myself for some stupid...
We've got the biggest books,
Oh, no, there it is again. God damn it.
the bestest looks, and all the charm it ever took. I'm Adrian Fort.
I'm Dalton Gentry. I thought you were done with that. Like, I really thought we were going to have a new opening segment. I'm like, okay, anything's better than that. But no, it's fine. It's not going to catch on.
You're just jealous because you're not creative.
It's not catchy. It's just awful.
It's very awful. That's why I like saying it.
Oh, God.
You're taking the mystique away from it.
No.
You're taking the mystique away from it because you're an itchy little butthole.
Yeah. Anyway, Variety Hour. What do you got this week? Do anything exciting?
No.
No?
I spent so much time editing the other day that I've been having trouble focusing for 2 days now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this something called eye fatigue or something?
I literally stare at a computer screen 8 hours a day.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
With the dilating and...
That's it, the dilating?
The dilating.
It's got the dilating. That's all right.
I almost went into my Bernie impression for that.
The dilating.
It's the dilating. You want Hillary? That's fine.
So, like, every time we upload Variety Hour, I scroll through the comments all the time, look at the comments, see if there's
You don't
anything
answer
I need to
any.
address. Occasionally I do. If you say something stupid, I will say something stupid in response. In response.
Respond.
In response.
I will respond.
I thought there was a lot of
You're burning
profanities.
now. You're burning.
I got nervous. We were talking about things. Now there was like just a string of profanities, and they're like, just read the book. So I commented, we did.
On Variety Hour?
No, it was, I think it was on The Road, because
that
people
makes
were upset
sense.
that we were making fun of The Road.
That
So,
makes sense.
yeah. But anyway, people really dig Variety Hour, and like every week I'm nervous because like I didn't do anything. I have nothing to talk about. Programming. But no, people really enjoy it. So I assume people just enjoy us making fun of each other.
I think your main thrust with Variety Hour is talking about how much people like Variety Hour. Do you have any idea how often you say that?
It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
And like I think if I say it enough, people might believe it. It's fine. You just gotta bury that in there.
You know it's your dad.
Yeah, I know.
Your
Just on
dad's-
repeat.
Yeah, your dad's clicking on it. I'm going to say something prickish.
My
Write
father
some-
doesn't know how to comment on the YouTube.
That's exactly what I would make you think if I was your father and I wanted to covertly say mean things about you on the internet.
I will pull up years and years of evidence of my father using the computer and sending me messages. He does not comment on our YouTube channel.
Dalton, it's the perfect cover.
Nobody uses 13 commas as an ellipses 4 times in a sentence.
Dalton, I mean, you know who does?
Who does?
007.
Jim is James Bond.
Jim Bond.
My God. We should do a series called Jim Bond, where James Bond's just kind of moved into retirement. And like, he's just living like...
It's the James Bond theme, but really slow. Ba-na-na.
He's just moved into like what's the... My God, I can't think today.
Yeah.
Middle income. What's the word for that?
Moved to middle income?
Well, James Bond is like the incredibly wealthy, whatever, secret agent. But now he's living in like, middle-aged, not low income, not high income. Wait, is it middle income? Is that what I'm thinking of?
What are you talking about?
What is the word that I want? The phrase.
Middle income?
Middle income? Like, what's that word?
James Bond in Middlesex? What are you talking about?
James Bond living the life of a man who works 40 hours a week, just living in obscurity. It's like he's
Blue
hiding
collar.
out. Blue collar. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. The hardworking middle income man. Jesus. Jim Bond.
Jimmy Bond.
Jimmy Bond. No, that's how he introduces himself.
That's Jimmy Bond is James Bond from St. Joe.
I feel like you can't be smooth, though. You can't be like, the name's Bond, James. It's like, it's Jimmy Bond.
No, as Jimmy Bond. I'm Jimmy Bond.
No, he sounds like a meth dealer.
And then I'm Jimmy Bond.
Jimmy Bond is the local meth dealer.
Yeah, that's James Bond from St. Joe.
That's fair. That's fair.
Jimmy Bond.
If I was a meth dealer, I'd wear a suit and have all kinds of fun gadgets. Nobody would suspect that.
You've never interacted with a meth dealer, have you?
No, I haven't.
they all think they're wearing a suit with a bunch of gadgets.
If you are in your 30s or 40s and you have your hat on backwards and like it just, that is what I envision as a meth dealer. Also, you're moving all over the place and nothing's happening. You're just bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, my line of work, I deal with a lot of meth dealers.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
I would imagine so. My line of neighborhood, I see a lot of them, but in passing.
Yeah.
They're fine. They're harmless as long as you don't spook them.
In passing and repassing.
Yeah. Yeah, they repass a lot. My eye is on fire. My God.
What did you do?
I don't know. I'm wearing contacts today because I'm a fool. I wanted to wear my sunglasses. I bought new sunglasses, and so I did. Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So nothing at all this week.
No,
Just,
I was holed up and working on things for the channel because we had a threat of more snow this week.
We're getting more this weekend. Another half a foot.
Yeah.
And like my yard to this point is like the ice is still there, so you're gonna fall, but you're not gonna fall onto the ice, you're gonna fall into the mud.
Yeah, the hell of it is. So the last time we filmed was days after a 4-inch snow, right? It was like 4 inches of snow that came down, super cold. And the last time we filmed, it rained for 36 hours straight.
Yeah.
Didn't melt a drop of snow.
Nope.
Which is the damnedest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Like at this point, like the driveway, the alley.
Wait. So just to be pissed off a little bit more. If it's raining, that means it's above freezing.
Yes.
If it's above freezing, snow melts.
Correct.
If wet snow, which is water,
Yes.
falls on top of frozen snow, which is snow, it's supposed to melt.
Fair.
Like ice in a cup of water.
But the temperature was literally like 35, 36 degrees.
Yeah.
So it was just cold enough to not be snow or ice, but just warm enough that it wouldn't melt.
But still, it was berated by rain for 36 hours. Like, I'm not exaggerating, am I?
No.
It was 36 hours of rain.
It's been miserable. Like I can't even get up my my alleyway in the backyard. It's just nothing but mud now. There's just huge like rivets where the cars are.
Is this a metaphor?
No.
What are we talking about?
No, it's just I'm talking about how terrible the mud and the weather and the ice is.
Oh, okay.
Because like I can't do anything. I did get my windshield replaced today.
Yeah?
It looks great. I left the dealership after a riveting 5-hour wait. And they're like, yeah, you need to leave that tape on the front of the car there for at least the weekend. And I'm like, aren't we supposed to be fixing this? Like, I could have taped it. I brought it to you because I wanted you to do more.
Hey man, you're gonna have to leave that tape on, and we'll see if it works.
When that tape comes off, bring it back. We'll replace it free of charge.
Hey man, just know if you got to hold the windshield in place, it ain't working right, all right?
That is literally what I do, though. If like something breaks, if I can tape it, I'll just be like, okay, this will get us by until I want to care about this.
How often does stuff break for you?
Weekly at this point.
Yeah, you were just telling me you broke your pants.
Oh yeah, I broke my pants today.
Leave it in there.
Yeah, oh, excuse me. So the knees of my pants have like split open, so I have a knee mouth.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I give up at this point.
Doesn't that go with your aesthetic anyway?
I hate ripped jeans.
What?
It really bothers me. I hate ripped jeans.
What?
I do.
That's like me saying I hate pocket protectors.
You do hate pocket protectors.
I love my pockets.
So like, I don't know, like I buy jeans, I don't want them to have holes in them. I got my nice stretchy sweatpant jeans that no one knows about, that they're really sweatpants, but they're kind of jeans. But like
those are leggings.
I'm either gonna have to throw these away or like try to develop, like I could make this look better with this. Which, fun fact, I'm not going to find that answer, so they're getting thrown away.
You need to sew them up with yarn.
Yarn?
Yeah.
I thought about like getting like old school patches and like doing colorful patches on the inside.
Ones that say cat. Things like that. Ooh, you are too young for that, aren't you? The jean jacket craze of 1992.
I was on the acid wash jean jacket. Is that what you're talking about?
No, there were jean jackets, but there was like places like Michael's and Hobby Lobby just had aisles of iron-on patches and things that you could iron onto your jean jacket.
I think I missed that.
You
they
missed
made a
that?
resurgence recently. You know that, right?
No, don't
Like, yeah.
live inside.
No, like I went to the store. I'm like, this T-shirt is made of denim. Everything is made of Denim.
That's a different thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jean jackets, like they had the shoulder pads and everything in them, and you would have colorful patches on them. Someone out there remembers this.
Like, I make that face now, like, looking back 20 years from now, seeing this video of this, I'm going to be like, oh, God, what the hell was wrong with you? But
Yeah, Dalton. I mean,
Jean
how do you feel about
jackets.
looking back at our very first videos?
It's not good. It's not. I feel like I've improved a little bit. Say, I'm not allowed to shave anymore. Megan tells me I look like an overweight 10-year-old. Which is actually stunningly accurate.
You moved from, you went from Neville to become Hagrid.
Yes. That's actually how Harry Potter ends. It's all a time paradox. Neville is actually Hagrid. It's his youth.
Yeah, so there's a new Mortal Kombat coming out that has to do with time travel that I've wondered if Shang Tsung is really Liu Kang.
They're making like a new Mortal Kombat game?
Yeah.
Okay. I can get by. I thought you were talking about like a new Mortal Kombat movie.
There's one in development. No, if you could do that right. If you could do Mortal Kombat right, the mythos behind that is
It's
so
fair.
amazing.
It's fair. But Mortal Kombat was done so wrong.
Yeah, it was done bad.
I don't
The first one was fun.
Okay.
The first one was fun.
You ever actually looked into any of the development of Mortal Kombat, like as a game?
How do you mean?
Like, it was incredibly revolutionary, the way they were doing things. Like, they were on top of their game.
Yeah, the image capture and
Image
things like that.
capturing, things like that. In such a violent, like, in-your-face game, you actually got the blood, the guts.
I remember. Oh my God, this is the Adrian's an old son of a bitch show. I remember a 2020 segment from. What year did Mortal Kombat come out? 91?
It had to have been, because it
91, 92?
it was originally a
Arcade game.
arcade cabinet console.
Yeah. There was a 2020 segment on it. And I remember sitting on the floor. That's where I used to sit. I used to sit on the floor in front of the television.
Okay.
While my mother was on the couch. And she said, "Now don't you go playing that game." I was
bad
6,
for you.
I was ever gonna, or 5 or 6, something like that. Like I was ever gonna have a chance to play Mortal Kombat.
You never went to the arcade?
We only had one that I know of in Kansas City, and I mean, I didn't have the money to go play. I mean,
Okay.
I went a couple times,
Okay.
but normally, I remember it was in Antioch Mall. We would go to Antioch Mall, and I would just walk around the arcade and watch people play video games. That was the thing you did back then, though.
It's true.
Like it wasn't like that wasn't oh poor me. That was what you did.
Absolutely.
There was very few people who would get good at the games and play them. Otherwise, you were just wasting 50 cents.
Oh, I'm so ashamed to mention. Oh, so I used to go to the arcade quite a bit. My father would let me like drop me off at the mall, give me a roll of quarters, just go have fun, kid. Leave me alone for a couple hours. I am incredibly good. Probably not anymore because I have no lung capacity. I am incredibly good at Dance Dance Revolution. Are you familiar with what that is?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's a thing. That happened. That was my era, of growing up in the arcade. That's what everyone was playing, so...
No, Dalton.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You were an adult.
No.
Yes, you're 5 years younger than me.
No.
I was, when Dance Dance Revolution got big, I must have been 25.
No, this was before that, because, I remember I wasn't old enough to drive. I had to have somebody take me to the mall. So, I mean, I was probably 13, 14-ish.
Driving Miss Dalton.
Driving Miss Dalton. And, I remember, you'd go and there would be a line at the machine. And, you had to either wait in the line or put a quarter on the machine so people knows, don't mess with it. I got next. But, yeah, we should go to the mall. We should go find one. I bet I could still do it backwards.
What do you mean still do it backwards?
I'd do it backwards without looking at the screen and, still hit all the steps.
So you mean you would arch back and look back at the screen?
No, I wouldn't
because
look
that
at
is
the
very
screen.
sexual.
I would face the other way and just do it from memory.
Do it from memory?
Yes.
So it's the same thing every time?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
We should find a DDR machine. I guarantee I can still get, a good rating. I will probably die and we'll finish the segment in the hospital, but I'm willing to take that risk.
I'd move on without you.
Bet there's an arcade around here somewhere.
There's a Dave & Buster's?
Yeah.
I think that's the
There's
only arcades anymore.
Main Event is an arcade as well. I think one of the casinos still has an arcade in it. But yeah, we should find a DDR machine. Kick the kid off of it who's playing it.
There won't be a kid playing DDR.
It's back in the back. It's
Yeah.
next to Pac-Man,
Yeah.
the games of antiquity.
Well, Pac-Man's made a resurgence.
Okay.
DDR is not.
It's coming back. Like, I even had the home system, like, you plugged into, like, the original Xbox.
PS2 and stuff.
Yeah, with, like, the plasticky mats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So my friend was from China, and she loved that. There's a pizza buffet place around here, Pizza Street, and they have a mini arcade in there.
Okay.
And there was a Dance Dance Revolution machine in there. And she wanted to go eat buffet pizza and play Dance Dance Revolution.
That's a bad combination.
She found a way, man. I did not. But she loved it so much. I bought her at the time one of those, it was a used PS2 and a Dance Dance Revolution mat. I don't think she ever used it.
Fair.
Yeah.
It was a good gesture, though.
Yeah. But she would tear that up. And she was just so meek and coy until you got her around Dance Dance Revolution.
Fair.
And she went from Hello Kitty to Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan?
I don't know how to say those words.
I think it's Saiyan.
Saiyan?
It's Saiyan.
Saying?
Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan?
Not Saiyan. Like, we got to work on your 90s cartoons.
Okay.
We're going to get those fixed.
Okay. What year were you born? 90?
1990. On the nose.
1990, I was busy watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm well aware that you're old. Somebody actually commented last week. They're like, you guys with your old man lingo, you make me feel so young.
I think it was Return Cart.
And, like, I realized, I'm like, oh, my God. I do have old man lingo. Like, I talk about things, and people are like, what the hell are you talking about?
We're going to have to start a variety hour sometime just speaking like old men and never address it.
Yeah?
Well, we have to use our old man voices and just...
Well, like, when we first started Strip Cover Lit, we kept referencing the fact that we might be Statler and Waldorf from the Muppets.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm still okay with this. So anyway, I went yesterday to Missouri Western.
So, transition.
I went to Missouri Western yesterday. I went to the theater. I love the theater.
Okay.
I have a lot of good memories of that theater.
All right.
I saw Little Women the musical.
Okay.
I no longer have good memories of that theater. It was bad, man.
Really?
I'm
You gotta take Variety Hour to piss on some people that were in a college production of a play?
I'm very critical of theater because I've been doing it all my life. Very critical of it. I'm not complaining about that. I get it. That was the worst put together show I've ever seen. Like, whoever wrote Little Women the musical, the Broadway musical, it's trash. It's bad. It's not good. So, like, a musical, you usually, when you're coming up to your intermission, you have got the big number. Good number.
The only musical I know is Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay.
So you're going to have to inform me on these things.
Usually have you the big number.
The big number.
You leave the audience with a moment, something to remember so they'll come back. And then you close the show with something. It's either big or it's sad. This show had nothing. It was just nothing. It was just blah. No good songs, no memorable numbers, just bad. We should review Little Women.
I'm so disappointed in where the show has gone.
Talking about theater?
Are you, I don't know if you're bad-mouthing 18-year-olds in a theater play, or are you talking about the script?
The script.
Oh, okay.
Like, the show itself was just awful.
Okay.
And, like, the next production they're doing, they're taking I believe it's Sophocles, like a classic Greek play, and it's reimagined from the eyes of, like, a modern woman.
Oh, well, that's delightful.
We'll see how that goes.
I was just about to say that there's no way we can critique Little Women because we're white men. So making Sophocles through the eyes of a modern woman, I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I don't know, Missouri Western Theater has a history of that. When we were there, they did Romeo and Juliet, but they scripted it in, like, the Wild West. It was like an old Western shootout.
Yeah, they do have a history with that.
They also
Something else they
did
did.
Night of the Living Dead. They did a modernized version of that, which was hot garbage, but at least it was fun.
Yeah.
Like, we actually had people up in the rafters to do pour buckets of blood on the first couple front rows when someone died.
What?
Yeah.
I'd be so angry.
You knew it was coming. Like, the front rows were, like, tarped off. They're like, hey, this is, like, with the participation area. If you're going to be up here, it's going to be messy.
Yeah, but there's no way that theater kids have the aim to hit the front 2 rows
It'll be okay.
from the rafters.
Well, you could either sit in the front 2 rows or literally any other seat because there was no one else there.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that they're theater kids throwing fake blood. The 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th rows probably got some too.
Yeah? I remember...
If they managed to get the buckets of blood up the ladder.
I went and saw that production multiple times, And at the end of Night of the Living Dead, spoiler alert, the main character is shot.
What?
I know. The gun didn't go off during the show, and like the guy had no clue what to do, so he just walked over and like hit him with it, and like he fell over. I'm like, no,
There's something
this
there.
is bad. I don't know what to do about this. But you've done live theater before. Have you like ever been in a like production where like something went wrong?
Yeah. So I was in a production at Maple Woods that was celebrating the 50th year, I think, of the school. It was founded in '69. This was in '09.
Okay.
And we were doing just a compilation of things from the '60s. And I had a scene from Last of the Red Hot Lovers.
Okay.
And I was supposed to open this bottle of, it was supposed to be champagne, but it was going to be water, and pour it out. And I don't remember if there was nobody put water in it or something like that. But there was just a little, I tipped the glass and I was like, oh, there's nothing in there. Let's carry on. So we got through it because it wasn't that big a deal, but
That's part of the glory of like live theater though, is like you have those moments, and like that's what really makes the show memorable. I did The Odd Couple once, and I was supposed to pick up like a plate of spaghetti and throw it on the wall, and it'd shatter. So, you know, pre-broke plate glued together, but when I picked it up, it just, like, everything fell apart, like, sliced my finger open, like, oh. And, like, awkward silence, so I just start, like, throwing spaghetti at the audience because I can at that point. You come to pay to see the show, I can throw things at you. But I don't know, I miss it. Yeah. I'd like to do it more, but I just don't have the time. I don't have the time to do anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got the time to complain.
I complain a lot. I'm really good at that.
Yeah. Built up skills over years. And
Years of practice complaining.
yeah.
So I transition. I proposed to Megan this week. So we are engaged to be wed. Yay.
Where's my ring?
You don't get one. It's actually delightful because like we went out to dinner the next day. Just us. That's what we wanted. Before we had to go tell everyone. And you text me while we were at dinner. And I picked it up, and he's like, and she literally said, she's like, stop talking to your other girlfriend. And I'm like, it's just Adrian. She's like, I know.
She knows.
So I just put it down, move it to the side. It's fine. But yeah, I quickly realized that once you get engaged, like you have to do 500 other things. And yeah, I haven't done anything this week.
And now you're someone's property.
Yeah, I'm just basically rented property at this point. It's, you know, try before you buy. And I've done nothing but go to dinners and, you know, talk to people, and I'm over it. I'm so tired and old. I just want to sleep this weekend. That's what's happening. That's the excitement of my week.
23 minutes into Variety Hour, you decide to say, oh, yeah, I proposed.
Yeah, I got it on my list of, like, things that are important you should talk about. It's on there. Like, I probably should mention that. At this point, like, if she's watching it, she hasn't made it this far. She's either fallen asleep or been distracted with something else, so it's safe. I can talk about it. But anyway.
Oh, Dalton.
That's the thing. So I decided.
23 minutes in front, you're like, oh, yeah, that's right.
I got engaged. You know you have to come to the wedding, right?
What?
You know you have to come to the wedding, right?
Only if I get to be one of the bridesmaids.
And, like, that's the best part. Like, that is such, like, a huge social, like, obligation. Like, you can't tell me you're not coming. Like, I feel like you have to come if I tell you you have to come.
How upset will you be when I don't show up?
Not really.
Okay.
But, like, I'm probably going to invite you.
When's it going to be?
I don't know. Not this year.
Not this year?
Like, the only stipulations we've managed to fathom is we want to get married outside.
Okay.
We don't want to wear shoes. And
What?
Yeah, I don't want to wear shoes. Shoes suck. Shoes are a winter thing.
Well, I guess you do have beads in your beard.
I do. And open bar afterwards, because booze. Just throw the biggest party the town's ever seen. Honestly, the wedding's not important. It's the after party.
What day of the week you plan to get hitched?
Maybe a Tuesday, I don't know. Probably Saturday, I don't know. What's best to like get time off for everyone?
Well, maybe next year I'll be more social. I don't know.
We could just have the wedding in your apartment, see how many people we can fit in here.
Work my way up.
You got a year to plan this. You have to do a social thing next year. So, like, build yourself up to it. Yeah, it'll be fine. So
Maybe I'll just go ahead and get married the same day, so we can get both of them out of the way at the same time.
I'm fine with that. And honestly, like her.
So do you want a ring or?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
So her sister keeps like informing us. She's like, listen, you don't want a wedding. They're just a pain in the ass. It's stressful. It's expensive. Just go to Vegas and get it over with. Come back, have the party. I'm in. This sounds great to me.
Yeah.
But it's not my decision, so we'll find out. We'll see what happens. Halfway through Variety Hour one day, I'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, got married. Just figured I'd sling that out there.
Now, I know one of your favorite things about her is that she is not high maintenance.
Oh no, she is the most easygoing person I've ever met.
What are you going to do if, like, from this point forward, she just starts ratcheting up the maintenance?
You see, like I noticed, so we went and
You're stuck.
We went and looked at rings. And like she was really against it. We were talking about like, let's get something kind of weird off Etsy. I'm like, well, there's no guarantee. Let's get something you're going to keep. The minute we get to the jewelry store and she sees all the pretty shiny things, it's like something just clicked. She's like, I'll try this one on. And I'm like, look at the price tag on this one. Let's try that one. And she's like, I like this one better. Just going off tangent. She did great. She actually came in under budget of what I was expecting, so like I can't complain in the least.
She did great. The judges agreed.
The judges agreed. It's fine. We got out. No one saw anything. It's fine. But no, she's super easy to get along with, so I have no complaints. I think the wedding will be a lot of fun. It'll be weird. You'll hate it.
And next week she'll want the ring resized.
That's the best part. They casually just kept mentioning. They're like, so the way this works is the stone, the rock that you paid way too much money for, if you want a bigger one, we can trade that one in and apply the value of it that you paid towards the bigger one. So as long as you're upgrading, all you got to do is pay the difference. I'm like, well, shut up. I'm already giving you all of my money.
How much would it take to put just little rocks on each side of that one? Just real little ones.
Little ones?
Yeah.
Super tiny ones?
Yeah.
Like pebbles?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then maybe you upgrade those ones. You know what I mean? Like that. Then you just got to trade those up for one more size up.
So I think you actually have to come to the wedding solely for the fact that Josh Adamek will have to be my best man. And watching Josh Adamek give a speech in public is the most cringeworthy thing you will ever experience.
Yeah.
He's terrible at it. He doesn't know how to speak with people.
This is the guy that lives in your...
He lives in my attic. He tells inappropriate stories that he thinks are funny, but no one else does. And it's delightful. He was the best man for my buddy Jeremy's wedding. And like... his best man speech went on for like 15 minutes of just awkward Josh jokes and him like talking about how a raging alcoholic they were back in college and like all this good jazz. And like his wife, Jeremy's wife, just looked shocked, appalled. And that's going to happen. I'm so excited for it.
Maybe I'll marry Josh.
You should marry Josh. He's an available man.
We'd make a good couple.
Anyway, we're going to use this as Josh's proposal. So Josh, if you're watching this kind of thing,
I'd store him in my coat closet.
yeah, what do you think? There's plenty of room here. There's a weight bench over here. There's half a kitchen over there.
Does he lift weights?
No.
Oh.
No, he doesn't lift anything. If it doesn't have wheels or like scoots, he's out.
Oh man, this
Anyway.
isn't gonna work.
End us here.
This has been Variety Hour. Maybe hit the like button because it really helps us out on the channel. If you would like to help us grow here on Strip Cover Lit, maybe consider sharing this on some form of social media under the guise of, I don't know, this is how you waste your time. And we hope to see you back next week for the next installment of Variety Hour.